They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move and coach shit. See me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to go. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket. Can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like that, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. So I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Ooh, keep on sobbing, got this bitch off the hand, got this juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, this is salt. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move and coach shit.
One way, one way, one way, one way, one way.
Coming up on my number.
I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's one west. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fucking scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black block, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. Doing a lot of talking, now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit, lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third, lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping, kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, what you do in life. These hands are rude GPS, a mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with cap again. Yeah, they said they want smoking, so we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move and coach shit. See me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up on my divorce.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Look, I keep it loyal to the team. U.P.K play for kings. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Go ahead. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. Go ahead. I'm in the field with the cleats. Ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. Ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead. This shit is too easy. I'm on gold, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, 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 VJ. Need them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. I'm on my grind, bitch, I'm working. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, cause they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. When he cross the line, I'ma back up and I'ma hit his ass with his virus. When I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas, we eat. in this bitch with the itis. Say all y'all do the sweet. Tell y'all to do the sweet. The nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass obsolete. He ain't one of us hit the lead. He ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Go ahead. I keep it low to the T. U.P.K play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my targets on the move, bitch, I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Color Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we tanks. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit.
But I keep it low to the T. U.P.K play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. Understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone. Boy, ass need to stop and ask you to prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, what the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I tell you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga in Fayetteville for parole because of the COVID. It feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. You know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world and know your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe. Nigga, gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, Jeremiah, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to prop. I'm gonna step up silent for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no losses, ain't no token when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with you. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell them we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my
check, check, check. We good? Check, check, check. Check. Can't hear. Can I get a one in the chat if y'all can hear me? Check, check. All right. Shalom, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua to the brothers, and Shalom, Yahweh Shema B'Shem Yahushua to the sisters. Tonight is the Brotherhood class, and I'm here to teach my brothers and sisters how to be proper brothers and sisters to each other, because we live in very perilous times where it's very hard to do that. I understand there's a evil, it's like a evil spirit on this nation, on this land, that is hard for our brothers and sisters to understand how to treat each other. So when I get the opportunity, I'm gonna get Zephaniah 2:1, right? Here in the I.S.U.P.K, we teach brothers and sisters how to treat each other, how to be brotherly, how to love each other properly. And we ain't talking all hugs and kisses, because we know in the I.S.U.P.K, love comes with correction. That can go for correcting your brother when he's off, or correcting your sister when she's off. You know what I'm saying? And I know we live in a time where most people don't respect authority or respect correction. You know what I'm saying? You got that? I don't want. You know what I'm saying? In today's world, we're taught to respect entertainers, right?
Check. I got it. Come.
Come.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Gather yourselves together.
Right? This is something you ain't never heard before, Israel. In the Christian church, they teach you to own on yourself. Worry about yourself. Don't worry about your brother. They teach you when you come out the hood, just focus on you. Don't put money back into the hood. Don't put money back into the neighborhood that brought you up and cultivated you. Keep going.
Gather yourselves together.
Right.
Yea, gather together. O nation not desired.
Oh, nation not desired. Who that sound like? That sound like blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It sound like a people on this earth that for some reason everybody has a stereotype about. For some reason everybody just dislikes, and it's for some reason they don't even desire themselves. That sound like you, Israel. It sound like you, black, Hispanic, Native, and Indian, man, woman, and child. It sound like us. And it's in the Bible that it tells you need to gather yourself together. Can I get that again out of one?
Con, the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
All right. And
Yea.
It's not saying gather yourselves together under Christianity. It's not saying gather yourselves together under Islam. It's not saying gather yourselves together and let's smoke weed at a march, right? It's not saying doing none of that. That's not brotherhood, okay? Because the Christian church ain't teaching you nothing. And the Muslim mosque ain't damn sure ain't teaching you nothing, right? And that weed is, you're high. You're high. How could you even get anything done when you're high? I'm tired of hearing brothers say, hey man, weed is cool, we need to do this. Every time you even have a conversation about getting something done in the black community, Hispanic community, is always, hey man, let's go get high, and then we talk about this. You can't get nothing done. You can't achieve nothing if you're always goddamn high, man. You need to sober up, get your life together. Right? Continue, sir.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Right? So you're not desired. You're not desired on this land, period. And you're over here begging for forgiveness, or begging for Esau, your oppressor. You're begging for other people to accept you because you're not desired. Even though they want to be like you, they want to steal your clothing. They want to steal the way you dance, the way you move, and all that, because you're the salt of the earth. But you're not desired. They don't want you around. They don't want you around. You know what I'm saying? Let me get 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. Right? You're not desired. So what does that mean? What does that mean when you're not desired by other people? That means you should come together, right? That means you should start accumulating self-love. You know what I'm saying? That means Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans need to realize we need to come together before we even reach out to other people. We need to build this bond of trust. We need to stop dealing dope to each other. We need to stop tricking. We need to stop doing all of that. I heard Joe Budden said there ain't enough black strippers in the club. I was like, oh my God. How was that? How did he even think that was some type of knowledge he was spitting out of his mouth? How did he think that was fruitful for the black community? He just sounded dumb. Go ahead, I don't want.
Right. I was gonna say, when you talk about, people that we look up to for as entertainers, we gotta understand the entertainers, they don't have the wisdom that they should have based on, because we all grew up in the Christian church, some form of religion, right?
Kind.
So the things that we're gonna hear that come out of their mouth is not meant for us to necessarily follow. You understand?
Kind.
So we gonna hear all type of rhetoric and nonsense come out of the entertainer's mouth. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. These people are clowns, and we need to realize that our gates are languished right now. Our leaders are trash. They can't lead us. They're not going to help black people stop killing black people. They're not going to help the drug addicts in the black community stop being drug addicts. They're actually trying to promote it. They're not going to stop our sisters from selling their bodies. They're not going to stop. They're not going to do anything for us. We just seen what BLM did. She used all the money because we thought it was such a powerful movement. Those sisters went and bought themselves $6 million homes.
Right.
And you thought you was going for a good cause. You know what I'm saying? You thought you was going for a good cause. You got that, Adawan?
Con. The book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love the Most High, and hated his brother, he is a liar.
This is saying, how you gonna say you love God, but you treat your brother like literal garbage? Your brother or your sister, Slakia. It's synonymous. How are you gonna say you love God, right? Everybody in the Christian church, God know my heart, all us, blah, 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 whatever. But when you lead a church, you talking trash about Sister Mary Bell that was just in church, how her hat was too crooked. How you cursing out everybody that cut you off? How you gonna, right after you get out of church, you're gonna go try to roll up a blunt with a brother? You're gonna go try to sell him some dope, sell his mama some dope. How you gonna say you love God but hate your brother? Selling dope to your brother isn't love. I know we're taught in the streets, selling dope or putting your bro on game is showing him love. Putting him onto the plug is showing him love. That's not love. You're actually putting that man, you're sentencing that man to death.
Right.
You're sentencing that man to death instead of bringing both of y'all in here, putting that all black on and sitting in class and learning the truth. Learning the truth that you are the chosen people that the Most High chose. You know what I'm saying? Him making $100,000 off a pack is not going to make his life better. He's literally, aren't you tired of looking behind? How you going to try to tell me that the kid that you trying to put on, make him 100,000 and you got 6 baby mamas that hate your guts, right? You on child support and you always looking behind your back because you don't trust none of the brothers beside you.
Right.
You don't know who trying to put the gun to your back next. That ain't brotherhood. You literally trying to set that man up for the rest of his life for death, jail. That's the only 2 options he's going to have when he chooses that life. Right? Can I get that?
Come. If a man say he loved the Most High and hated his brother, he is a liar.
You know what I'm saying? This is why I say you got to read the Bible like a Black, Hispanic, or Native American. Because this is real gangster. This is like an OG talking to the young boy on the block. You a liar. You cap. You are literal cap if you say you love God, you selling dope, you tricking, you doing all manners of evil, and you say you love God? Cut it. Cut it out. You don't love God. You don't love God. How you gonna love God? You hate your brother. There's a reason why the Most High put it in this book. Because you think what you doing today is new. But they said you thought they stopped making guns when they made you. Say that. Go ahead, sis.
Salaki, I think also too with the Christian church, just like the Christian church, people say one thing,
Right.
but their actions are something totally different.
Mm.
I think it's important to be a person of your word,
Right.
not just talk, but your actions speak for yourself.
Exactly. Now the sister had a point. Your actions do speak for yourself, and that's what they teach you here in the I.S.U.P.K. Okay, you talking? Okay, you only ain't got all black on. You say you want to be here, but you ain't showing me you want to be in here. You ain't got all black on. Won't believe you want to be here, but put all black on. Sis, cover your hair. The way you dressing ain't modest. You got booty shorts and all other types of mess on. Your actions do matter in here. You can tell me whatever you want to hear. Right? Can I get that again, brother?
Come on, this is the book of 1 John.
Verse 21. Kind of kind. You know what I'm saying?
This is the book of 1 John chapter 4, verse 21. And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth the Most High loveth his brother also.
You know what I'm saying? Telling your brother to come into class, that's love. Because I'm trying to save your life. I'm not trying to lead you nowhere that you're going to die. I'm trying to steer you away from evil. I'm trying to steer you away from death, bro. I ain't trying to put you in a position that's going to harm yourself, which is what a dope dealer or any brother that's trying to influence a sister. I know we live in a world now. Brothers try to influence sisters to get abortions because they try to avoid responsibility also. Brothers is caught up in that whole Roe versus Wade mess too. Kendrick Lamar, I know everybody feel like, all the sisters feel like, oh, he's for the black woman. Well, they even think Jack Harlow put a sister in the video for like 2 seconds and black, oh my God. They thought, oh my God, he loves black women, da 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 da. That's not real love. They telling you to kill the child that's like literally a part of you. How is that love? That's not brotherhood. That's not sisterhood. That man don't love you. Him telling you the easy way out, this is how I look at it. If anybody is telling me the easy way out, I know you ain't looking out for me. You gonna tell me what's best for me. Like, what is it? Robitussin, right? That's the old head medicine that y'all used to take. Now, we live in 2022 now. Everything tastes like bubble gum. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's even better. Everything tastes like fentanyl. You feel me? But back in the day, that medicine that your mama used to give you, or whoever raised you used to give you, that thing used to taste horrible. Oh my God. I used to hate that. I used to hate it so bad. But give me the next morning, I felt so good. I was ready. I was jumping up and down. That's what you need sometimes. But when you look into the world, you see that they're giving you what tastes good. But it ain't doing you. And then you realize you wake up, you still sick. Oh yeah, women, black women, what Kendrick said, black women, if you don't support black women abortions, you don't love Jesus. Even though that, to me, that sounds stupid. It may sound good to you, sis, but you woke up, now you're depressed, you got that abortion. You got all types of PTSD from that abortion room and that bed that you had to lay in and separate a part of yourself from. Right, let me get that again.
Come on, it's the book of 1 John chapter 4, verse 21. And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth the Most High loveth his brother also.
You know what I'm saying? If we love the Most High, you have to love your brother. You just have to, because Salakia, because if you love the Most High, you would treat your brother like how you would treat him, basically. If Yahweh Shah was right here, right? you will be like, oh, Christ, oh man, let me wash your feet, let me do this and that. Oh, Most High, what you need from me? But when the brother come up to you, hey, can I get $1? I need something to eat. And you be like, man, if you don't go get a job, how you gonna do that to that man? But you can't, you know what I'm saying? You're not upholding what the Most High said. You ain't upholding that brotherhood. He said, hold up. When you get a chance, brother, let me get Matthew chapter 25, verse 40. But in here in the I.S.U.P.K, we teach that brotherhood. That's literally the first thing you learn when you come in here. Don't let you come in here when Hebrew Academy start up. You ain't got no choice but to learn it. I understand brotherhood could be hard sometimes. Somebody told me one time, he said, life is war. Just because it's hard don't mean you stop fighting. Life is a fight. Shit, it'd be boring if it wasn't a fight. You gonna sit around all day, sleep? You got that, brother?
So like, if I may, real quick, what you bringing out so heavy, brother, and that's a heavy topic, which is the thing is, life is war. You understand? And like you said, our people don't understand that because first off, we don't even know we're in a fight at all.
Right.
You understand? We've become so docile in America that it's like, oh, well, I'm supposed to love everybody because of the Christian church. You understand? So for us to realize life is war, that we even in a fight, we got to realize who the hell we fighting against.
Right.
And we can't fight against that person if we constantly loving them, which is our enemy and not our brother. So
right. We so caught up in trying to fight our brother, trying to look better than our brother, trying to take what our brother got. That envy. It's disgusting, man. I love seeing my brother shine. Don't let my brother come in here blinged out. Man.
So like, if I may, I just want to add the fact that, coming here knowing this truth about brotherhood and sisterhood, right? The thing that I've found, that I know this to be true, we talk about knowing who the enemy is and knowing who your brother is. Like in our small little worlds and our minds, those things help us like in our immediate circle, right? But on the grand scheme of things, us knowing how to treat the brother that you do not know is important. You understand? And also knowing how to deal with all the other heathen nations is important.
Right.
Us being able to identify a brother or enemy outside of our circle is what we learn in this truth. You understand?
That's right.
That's how we build a nation. Like we're gonna have our small internal wars, external, wars, but it's how we do in serving the Most High when we go out amongst the nations. Who do we show love to? When we in the boardroom, if John falls out the chair because maybe he got arthritis, do we laugh at him like the other nation would, or do you help your brother out? In those moments, that's when we show our true character of brotherhood and sisterhood.
Right.
It's not the little thing that you look inner disputes or whatnot, right? We fix those, but on the grand scheme, we have to do it no matter where we go and no matter who we interact with. That's brotherhood and that's sisterhood. Because if we can do that, then we'll know that we love the Most High. The scripture said this is the wisdom in the sight of the other nations, right?
Right.
So that means when we go out, it depends on how we're treating our brothers and sisters that are around us. You understand?
Nah, get that piece of prophet ahead. Nah, that was real heavy with the Adawan brother. You got that scripture, brother?
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you.
This is saying, truly, I say unto you. Go ahead.
Inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren.
So you did it to the bum that's on the street, right? You did it to the garbage man, right? The least of the kingdom, right? Go ahead.
Ye have done it unto me.
You have done it unto who?
Unto me.
Right, this is written in what?
This is written in red, sir.
You know what I'm saying? This is Christ talking. He's saying, if you treated my brother like this is what we talking about earlier. You treated my brother like this, you treated it, because Christ got some understanding that obviously the people in the world don't have. He has true brotherhood. Y'all know how y'all in the street and it be like, you hit my mans, I'm gonna hit you. That's what Christ got. That's the spirit Christ has. And man, you treated my brother like crap. You treated me like crap. You ain't show him love. You ain't show me love. That's how much I love all these blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's what Christ said, and that's heavy. That's what every officer in this school said. That's what every captain in this school said, and that's what every general and commander in YAHANNA said. That's how much love we got for our people in the world and each other. Please don't step to one of us. You know what I'm saying? Read that again.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto him, so like unto them, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, you have done it unto me.
He's saying you done it unto me. He's saying truly, man. Truly, truly, I'm saying to you. Like, I take this to my heart. If you ever disrespect my people, you doing it to me. Christ was a heavy bull. He was a heavy dude. And he ain't play about his people. That's why he's our king. That's why he deserves the respect. That's why this is why we need to follow the law, because Christ followed the law to the T, and look how real he was. Look how quote unquote gangster he was. That's realer than any OG on the block telling you to sell some dope or how to talk to a girl or a woman. You know what I'm saying? This game right here he just spit is realer than any game any OG ever told you. And that's true love. You know what I'm saying? He ain't teach you how to get a bag. He taught you how to love the brother next to you, how to fight with the brother next to you, just in 2 sentences. That's deep. Right? Let me get Matthew chapter 5, verse 22. You know what I'm saying? Christ was a real gangster when it comes to brotherhood, when it comes to sisterhood. He ain't tell us nothing that we can't use today. His words are still being used today. That's how you know how real he was. That's how you know he was a black man from the tribe of Judah. That's how real that man was. And I can't wait till he come back so we can share that drink. I can't wait to chop it out with y'all. Hey, you feel me? You got that, brother?
Come on, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 22. But I say unto you,
right,
that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
Right? This is saying you angry without valid reason, right? In my New York voice. You ain't valid in the reason why you're angry or mad at this person, right? It was like something very small or something stupid at that point. Go ahead.
Come on. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakah, shall be in danger of the council.
Right? It's saying whosoever. So Rakah means worthless. You're calling him like he means nothing. This is like a very disrespectful word, basically. Right? So you saying your brother is. So this don't even have to be like verbal word either. You selling your brother dope is you saying Rakah. You throwing what they throw, ones on strippers, coins, whatever you throw, that's calling your sister Rakah. You doing any of that, you're saying to that brother or sister, it's okay what you're doing, and I support it. You are worthless. But you're not a king. You are not a king. You ain't from a special people. You belong with the heathens. That's what you're saying. When you sell that brother dope, when you teach him how to sell dope, when you go sleep with a sister and you disregard her, right? We in the I.S.U.P.K, we believe sleeping with a sister is marriage, right? So as real men, right? As otherwise the world don't see it. Real men, when we have a possession, right, as the Most High put in His Word, as a good thing, we hold on to that and we take care of that good thing, that possession. You know what I'm saying? We don't just disregard it. We don't grab a new pair of J's and just throw it on the street and go wear it at any event or do whatever we want to it. That's our woman. That's ours. That's my baby. You know what I'm saying? We ain't just going, all right, I'm done with you, baby. All right. We gonna sit here and deal with your headache. We gonna deal with you. But in the world, they teach you the total opposite. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping with each other is meaningless. You know what I'm saying? Having a man inside of your body is meaningless. It doesn't mean nothing. Sex doesn't mean nothing. Go ahead and abort his baby. All that nonsense. But in here, we teach you how to love a woman, how to love your sisters, how to love your brothers, man. Right? And when you do that, you're saying Rakah to your sister. Go ahead with that.
Come on. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 22. You want me to start at the top or all right, Rakah, sir?
Start at the top.
But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
Right.
And whosoever shall say to his brother Rakah shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say thou fool shall be in danger of hellfire.
Man, these are consequences when it comes to not having brotherhood. These are consequences when you disregard your brother or your sister. You ever notice how it's always like something always come back to you when you do something bad? Everybody calls it these dumb words like karma, and that's the Most High getting back at you. You disregarded his people. I know right now it seems like Esau and the oppressor, how they get away with everything. But look what happened with COVID. Destroyed that man. That boy had to cancel football. Oh my God, Esau lost their mind. Them boys, they went and stormed the Capitol. They couldn't deal with it. COVID, now we can't get Trump back in? Them people lost their mind. And you think that was good? What you think is gonna come? Yeah, I toasted that day every day. It's entertainment, man. It's entertainment. Let me get John chapter 13, verse 34. You know what I'm saying? The Most High, he doesn't work on your time. He doesn't work on your time. I know right now it may seem hard, brother, sister. It may seem hard right now. You're trying to understand things. All you need to do is come in here. We'll give you the answers. We answer all your questions, all your heartache. We'll answer all of that. And sometimes it might not feel good. Like the Christian church will tell you. Go sleep with another man if you can't deal with the one you deal with now. Go leave the woman, you know what I'm saying? And here we tell you to stick with that man. We'll tell you to stick with that woman until she does unlawful things. And watch how y'all grow together. And how beautiful. Y'all be looking back. Remember that time I threw the thing at your head? Oh, yeah. That was funny. Remember the time we was arguing about this small little thing? Yeah. You ever had your grandma and grandpa chop it up like that? They happy as hell now. They argue about little things. Oh, my God. All right, you got that, brother?
God, this is the book of John, chapter 13, verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you.
Right.
That ye love one another as I have loved you.
Right. This is Christ saying, a new commandment that I give unto you. Right. He's saying, go ahead.
That ye love one another as I have loved you.
You have to love your brothers like he loved you. And what did Christ did? This is what Christians always get messed. They like to call themselves Christians, which means Christ-like. But for some reason, they don't understand. Christ loved his people. Only his people. He ain't loved the heathen. He didn't say, let's all get along. Black boys and Esau girls holding hands. He ain't say none of that, even though y'all like to put him up like he was on the cross or something like that, die for you. Go ahead, brother.
Salaki, man, what you said is so heavy, man. It's definitely a cut to the Christian church. Because like just so simple of what Christ said here, like a new command I give you, that ye love one another as I have loved you.
Right.
You understand? And that's so heavy because Christ put his life on the line for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. When the hell would a Christian ever do that for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians?
And you know it's another cut? He was talking to who? He
Us.
wasn't talking to the world. He wasn't talking to the world. He was talking to Israel.
That's right.
So the Christian church just blatantly disregards that and go to John 3:16. God, who we? Christ loved the world. Nah, he ain't love you smoking weed. He ain't want you doing that. He definitely ain't want our sisters being out here aborting and swinging on poles. He didn't want that. That's not love. Continue with that.
This is the book of John, chapter 13, verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I loved you, that ye also love one another. Verse 35. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if you have love one to another.
Right? He's saying you have to have love for your brothers, right? Just like he loved you, man. Just like he died on that cross for you. You need to, how they say now, you need to have that same energy. He laid his life on the line for all of us, all of Israel. I got to be more specific nowadays. You know how I get. Christian church like, oh, he said all of us. Nah, I'm talking about Israel, Pastor Joe. I'm talking about Israel. You know what I'm saying? Christ only loved Israel. He only wanted to save Israel. He didn't come for nobody else. He didn't want to save nobody else. He didn't want brotherhood to build up with nobody else. The Most High didn't send him here for that. He's not sending him back here for that. He's coming to chop everybody's heads off that's not a part of that. So I don't know where Christianity and the church is getting all this other mess from, but you need to cut it out.
So, like, if I may,
Yeah.
when we talk about where the church get it from, because the Christian church love their lives.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they love the parties and the birthdays and the holidays and the things that make them feel good. Like the Christians, people that are in the world, like, and we all been there. We love the things that we do. You understand? We really, a lot of us thought the things that we would do were like very important. You understand?
Right.
Until we realized, like, wait a minute. If I know that this is not the life I'm supposed to be living, let me live a life. It may not be what the thing I loved in the world, but I've learned to love this more. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and knowing that I love this is my life. You understand? My life meaning helping those who do not have, and help them to understand the thing that they love don't mean a goddamn thing.
Right.
Like that's showing, like, you celebrate your birthday, me being a brother, showing you like, hey, wait a minute. If the love that I'm gonna show you lets you know that you're gonna be a brother to me Monday through Sunday, 365.
Right.
Not just on your birthday. I'm not gonna be a brother to you or a sister to you just on your what Christmas, Valentine's Day. Christ showed us, and what to break it all the way down, just to be like, I'm doing this thing so you never have to suffer a day in your life. You may not see it now, but just I'm moving these blocks in a way so that way when you get ready, when you get old enough to take steps, you can climb. You know what I'm saying? You can get out of the hellhole that we call America based on the blocks that I'm placed in front of you, right?
Right.
And as babies, as whatever we all are, you run around on the ground, crawling, snotty nose and all that, not seeing what the Most High and what Christ done laid out for us to climb to get out of the hellhole from our lower state, man.
Right.
And oftentimes we fall in love with those things that are in the world. You tell me that like you didn't never get caught up in the nostalgia of your birthday or Christmas and the Temptations. What's the song that the Temptations sing?
Chestnuts.
Silent Night, the Chris Browns. We all been caught up in the ways of the world, like because those are the things that we like. You know what I'm saying? We really get withdrawn into those things, man. But then when you start unraveling, you come into this truth, you start learning. All those things were just a distraction for us to stay at our lowest state,
right?
Our base level. You understand? And then in that climb, guess what? You're gonna start to shake off things that they hurt. Change hurts. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me nothing that you don't want to do with your life that you changed, that you didn't have to go through something.
Right.
You understand? You're not gonna tell me that that's the real truth of life. Change hurts. And that's why the scriptures say we'll be refined like gold. And how do you refine gold? You put it through fire. That's real life, man. And if you love like that real thing, just know it's gonna hurt a little bit.
Right.
But you still gotta what? Climb. It shouldn't stop you from going and serving the Lord. It shouldn't stop you from getting where you need to be. Once you realize the things that you used to do, the things that we used to celebrate, don't mean a thing. They're all our lower base level, and we come to life. And Christ did it. He showed us the perfect way to show love for a brother. I'm going to lay these blocks before you, even though you don't even understand them. But when you do get ready to climb them, they'll be there.
Right.
And that's our job as mothers, as fathers, as brothers, as sisters. You may not understand the blocks that a brother or sister is laying before you, but if you one day you may get strong enough to realize, you know what, I thought you ain't so bad after all. You know what I'm saying? I see where my brother was going with this one. You understand? You might be like, you know what, Arba ain't so bad after all. You know, I think I understand where my sister was going with this one. And guess what happens? You begin to change. So that little hurt that we may have experienced in the beginning, it may not feel like that later.
Right.
And that's why Christ laid this thing out. That's why he gave us the what? A Holy Spirit. That what fell on them, right? And when they realized what YAHANNA had done for them, then they say, then they remember. Then they remember. We come to these classes every day to learn and to remember what YAHANNA done for us. Keep bringing it out, brother.
Nah, that's real heavy, because you know what he described? He described a true leader, a true king, somebody that makes it. He went through something so hard that we ain't never experienced. You know what I'm saying? We ain't experienced death and remember it. And he laid blocks out for you to make your life better, to pull you out of the hellhole that you're in right now. You in the world right now, you come into the truth. I know it feels like when you underwater, you drowning, right? And when you first get your head above water, that first breath of air feels so good. That's what the truth feel like. That first breath. Like, damn, air been up here this whole time? Let me get Luke chapter 6, verse 31. You know what I'm saying? This truth feels like that breath of fresh air that you needed. That fight that you had to do to get above water, you know, kick your legs, use your arms, all the things you had to fight. Just like you said, you had to refined like gold. All them things you had to fight to get to where we are now. That's heavy. That's why I enjoy seeing new brothers coming to the school, because I know they fighting. And it's a continuous fight. It's going to be a continuous fight when you come into school. That doesn't mean you just drop your sword whenever you want to, that everything just stop bothering you. It's a continuous fight, because you gotta fight to stay afloat. You don't just stop kicking your legs once you're above water. You got to keep kicking to stay afloat. Shalom, brother. You ain't just floating. You still kicking your legs, ain't you, to stay afloat? Right? You got that verse there?
Come on, it's the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 30. You said 31. Come on, first verse 31. As ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise.
Right. This is Christ talking. He's saying, whatever you want done to you, why wouldn't you do that to your brother? Treat them as you want to be treated. If you don't want to be told that death is the way, that selling your body is the way, that killing people is the way, if you don't want that, why would you tell that to your brother? He didn't say treat them. If you got the knowledge of life, you take the life. You know what I'm saying? You lead them to life. If you have some knowledge that you need to give to a brother that's lower than you or younger than you and that don't understand, and instead of telling him something that's going to make him feel better, like, if you feel like you can't raise a child, tell that sister go abort the baby. If you feel like you broke, go sell drugs. Go ahead, brother.
So, like, if I may, what you bringing out heavy too, and it put me in the mind of Commander General YAHANNA, man.
Right.
Like, this right here is true of being a leader. You know what I mean? Because I've yet to ever see Commander General YAHANNA be not brotherly to anyone.
Right.
You understand? Even when it comes to people he don't know, like Zion was saying. And that's why we reverence him in everything we do. Just like when a brother get raised up, Commander General YAHANNA has done it again.
Right.
Because we understand that true leadership, just like Christ did for us. You understand? He put his life on the line. So it's like you said, man, like Commander General YAHANNA has set the tone, just knowing these scriptures and never dropping his sword. So men just like us can come into this school and change our lives, man. It's a lot.
Nah, that's heavy. Commander General YAHANNA, he's the leading example right now on the earth. He's better than any pastor, Christian pastor, Muslim. What they call the Muslims leaders? Imams. They better than any of their leaders, whatever they are. Every time we turn around, a pastor is under scandal. A whole bunch of churches are in scandal right now for scamming military people. If you didn't know, they over here trying to make military people use their VA and get money off of them. Now they raiding a whole bunch of churches. Wow. I thought God was in the church. Every time you turn around, Muslim mosque is involved in some type of dope scheme.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Pastor always say, would a man rob God? Probably not, but you rob your brother if you're in a Christian church. Salakia.
Then we just read Yahweh Shah said, however you treat your brother, you treat me.
And Salakia, to just add to it, the real, just to get to the raw of it, you wouldn't do it because you wouldn't want somebody to do it to you.
Right.
You understand? This is something that I'm guilty of, being the word we call considerate. You understand?
Right.
That consideration, man, that's something that takes a while to get right. You understand? But once you get it, you got it. You understand?
Right.
In this thing where it's like we take the hard lessons, as in don't steal from me, so you gotta worry about me stealing from you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't punch me in my eye, so I won't punch you in your eye.
Yeah.
You understand? We have to learn these things, that just because we take on the idea of making sure that whatever we push out is something that we would not want to feel. And if we can learn to understand that increases our level of brotherhood and our sisterhood. But oftentimes we do get caught up in our own party, if I may. You understand? But being able to put that thing down increases our brotherhood and our sisterhood. You understand?
It increases our way of life. It increases our way of life. You start treating your brother the way you want to be treated, everybody happy. Salakia, I don't want to say happy. I hate that feeling type word, because not everything you need to get done is going to make you feel happy. Some things are just good for you, right? Let me get John chapter 15, verse 12. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shah was the leading example for this. And you know who upheld it? Commanding General YAHANNA. He upheld it so we can learn. You know what I'm saying? He upheld it so we can learn the truth. Ain't this the home of the truth? Everybody is searching for the truth nowadays. We living in days like we're woke. We're searching for the truth. Everybody doing their research. It's right here. It's sitting on your grandma's tabletop, right in front of you. that's collecting dust that your grandma never even opened. You got that from me, brother?
This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 12. This is my commandment,
Right.
that ye love one another.
See this? This is written in what again?
This is my commandment, that ye love one another. Oh, Salak, it's written in red, sir. Salak.
You see? You see the common occurrence here when it comes to this brotherhood thing? Yahushua was all about it. He was the biggest rider you know. Right? This is the biggest. He'll slide for you. Say you need what, bro? He'll slide for you. Hey, for the young people. He's sliding for you. He right now is sliding for you. If you ain't know what that means, that means he's riding with you. Oh, his, all that. Continue on.
This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 12. This is my commandment,
right?
That ye love one another, as I have loved you.
He's saying this is something I'm telling you. It's not. He's telling you this. Love one another as I have loved you. So that means if I would give you the shirt off of my back, I want you to do that for the next brother. You know what I'm saying? If I'm interested, this is what Commander General YAHANNA did, and it's so heavy. I'm telling you the truth. I'm giving you the game on how to get into the kingdom of heaven, how to be saved. Do that for the next brother. Bring more brothers in the truth. And you see how you just built yourself an army? You see how you just built yourself an army off of that? Continue on.
This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 13. Greater love have no man than this.
Right? He's saying there's nothing greater than this, right? This is almost like, continue on. I explain it later.
That a man lay down his life for his friends.
You ever seen those action movies with the swords and the arrows and all that? And he say this is for his kingdom or his brothers, or even the movies nowadays, the war movies we see. This is for his nation. This is for his brothers, so they don't got to die behind the front line. He in the front line. He died for his brothers so they can push on. That's what YAHANNA did. He said that's the greatest love you can ever give to a brother. That necessarily doesn't mean you dying all the time. Laying down your life means spending the time, right? Answering those calls. All the Ottawa in here understand that part. Answering them calls late night. Oh, what's going on, brother? What you need, brother? You where, brother? That's laying down your life for your brother. Because I know, goddamn, Ottawa, you tired. But I'm having a hard time right now. And that man will answer the call. That's laying down one's life. Because right now you could be enjoying sleep, even though you got to probably wake up 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. You got to go to work. That's laying down your life for your brothers, man. And that's what YAHANNA was trying to spit to us. That's what he was trying to explain to us. Laying down your life is the greatest love you can ever show anybody. Ain't nothing better than that. Let me get that from the top, brother.
This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
Right? So YAHANNA was trying to spit game that we still don't understand today.
And Salaki, Officer Kowal said, and lay down your life for your brother or nation if need be.
For real, that's what Commander General YAHANNA did. You don't think he wants to be doing laid on the beach right now in retirement, but he continuously trying to speak the truth. This man, I don't even know how old this man is. Man, Commander General YAHANNA been around since I was a baby. I'll tell you that. Speaking the same stuff he's speaking today. I'd be like, I don't know how he do it. That's laying down your life, goddamn. That's right. Go ahead, brother.
So like what you said so heavy, man. You know, like the scriptures say, he that loseth his life shall gain it, and he that gaineth his life shall lose it. You understand? When we came in here, under the operation of Commander General YAHANNA, we lost that old life, that old bastard who we used to be. You understand? And that's so heavy what you're saying too, because Commander General YAHANNA, if I'm not mistaken, they said he used to sleep in the school. So that's putting in time to build up the school. You understand? So that's him losing his life to gain a more far greater life in his truth. So like
Real, no, that's real rap. This man, Commander General YAHANNA, has done so much in his truth. He woke brothers up that wasn't even born yet when he was speaking the truth. That's how heavy that man is. That's how strong the truth is, and how, when we've been around since 1969. Name another Black, Hispanic, Native American group that's still on the same thing, speaking on the same things since the start. Since the start, right? Let me get Matthew chapter 18, verse 21 through 22. Commander General YAHANNA is like, he's almost like the top role model right now for the world. He is. Because ain't nobody doing it like our leader. Ain't no other operation, ain't no other group doing it like us. You see how no I.S.U.P.K is under any scandals. We ain't under any scandals. Because we remain to this word. And if you ain't, Lord be with you, brother. Go on, do your own thing. You're not in here no more. Let me get that.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 21. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me?
Right? This saying how. So we try to understand the sin means transgression, right? It's transgression against the law. So he's saying, how often should my brother transgress me? You know what I'm saying? Continue.
And I forgive him till 7 times.
He's saying, I'm gonna forgive my brother. So this is like dealing with a brother that's just not, how I explain? This is a brother that's not getting it. Like he just always doing something messed up to you. He just always doing you wrong. He's always trying to scam, or he just selling dope or whatever. How often should I forgive him? Like 7 times, man. That's a lot. You know, in the Black, Hispanic, Native American community, that's a lot. You be ready to, man, it's time to up it. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do him in. We ain't trying to hear that. A sister like, oh, what? He did what? Da, 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 da. He trying to box. You trying to box. You know, us, we trying to box over that. Oh, he stepped on my sneaker, bro. It's time to go. You start beating your chest like you tough. Right? He said like, damn, bro. He done took, it was back in the day, 7 shekels or whatever the hell. He owed me 7 shekels, Christ. Like, what I'm supposed to do? Forgive him? That's 7 shekels. You know what I'm saying? That's like a pair of J's. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and read it.
Yeah, that's the book of Matthew chapter 18, verse 22. Yahweh shall said unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 7 times 7.
He said, man, forget all that. Forget all that. Man, you ain't gonna forgive him 7 times. He probably got all hype. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna forgive him 7 times. But 7 times 7. What? Hey, what you mean by that? Forgive him again? So is a certain number? No, it's not a certain number. That's what he's saying. You were going to continuously forgive your brother. Because that's your brother. That's your brother. That's true brotherhood, forgiveness, man. And I know it's hard. That's why I was just talking about earlier that it's a fight every day. Every day to forgive, to work on yourself, to work on your own house. It's a fight every day. So yeah, that brother done owed you whatever amount of money. Okay. He done stepped on how many J's, whatever people get mad at nowadays. He drunk all your liquor. I know that's something everybody get mad about when y'all hanging out. Damn, we all got that friend. Forgive him. Maybe he got something going on that you don't understand. Maybe he got something you got. So you forgive him. He coming to the truth. If he in the truth, don't let him be in the truth. He gonna fix himself. It's gonna get figured out. Go to counsel. It's gonna get brought up. Brothers is gonna figure it out because here we got the truth. And we gonna forgive you. Continue on.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 22. Yahushua said unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7.
Which is a big number. He's saying, man, don't stop forgiving your brother. Continue loving your brother. Continue forgiving your brother. Because sometimes he may not know what he do. That's why it's always good for you to communicate with your brother when he wrongs you. Not to just hold it in. You know what I'm saying? Not to just hold it in. First off, it's going to build up and come out. But it's just good to forgive your brother. Get over it. Sometimes some things is not even that big to be strifing over. If you're strifing over money, I feel like it's just so small to me. Money is nothing. You can get money back. You can't get a brother back. You can't get a brother back sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes brothers lose their life over simple stuff. You don't see how this verse right here relates to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans so much? We strife over simple things, killing each other. You ask a dope dealer, why you deal dope, man? You know that's killing our people. He be like, dang, that got nothing to do with me. What the hell you mean that ain't got nothing to do with you? How you go ahead and ask him, man, how you grew up? You be like, man, I grew up 10 kids in my grandma crib. Why? Because my mama was on dope. Because somebody else said that ain't got nothing to do with me. And that's your answer? You sound stupid. And it's high time for somebody to check y'all. For real. I'm tired of this stupidity. I be getting hemmed up every time. I be tired of hearing stupid mess. I'm tired. Ever since I came into the truth, it's hard for me to just stand like people saying really, really non-smart things. I'm gonna say that. It's not smart. It's not intellectual. Don't let me beat around the brothers for too much. I start. What? I start giving them that. Man, you feel me? Let me get that verse again, brother.
This is the book of John. It's like this is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 22. Yahushua said unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7.
Right? Yahushua laid the hardest game down in history on this planet. He laid down the hardest game in history, man. And he gave her several times in his book. He laid down like the game for life. Loving your brother is like the hardest thing to do, but it's like the most rewarding thing to do. You know how hard it is to forgive your brother? Let me get Mark 12 and 31. You know how hard it is to forgive your brother? But how rewarding it is to gain a brother? He owed me $30 or $1,000. Let's say $1,000, right? And you over there, man, everybody telling you, man, you gotta go you gotta go handle that. You gotta go pull up to his baby mom crib or something like that. Now you try to end his life over what? But then you go to him, talk to him, man, I can't, I ain't got it right now. I can't right now. Everything, life is just, now you done gained the brother. Now he riding for whatever. Go ahead, sis.
Salakia. Me and one of the sisters were talking, and one of the things I find difficult is forgiving people over and over again. I do. I'm not gonna lie, because at some point you get tired of people's mess. But one of the things she reminded me of was like, but do you want the Most High to forgive you for the things that you do that's wrong? Or if you have offended people? And that's what I try to remember, that I want him to forgive me for the things I do, even though you get tired of people having to forgive them over and over again.
What kind?
And I understand the 70 times. I get it. I understand it. But what's real is that it's hard.
Kind. You know how we all got raised by some form of guardian or parental figure. You know how hard it is for you. I know my daughter get on my nerves. Oh my God, keep me up, and I gotta work at 5 o'clock in the morning. You think I'm gonna go? You owe me that time. You owe me that time. Yo, I'm gonna pull that. So why would I do that to my brother? Hey man, you owe me. I'm gonna go press my brother. But when it comes to your child, I understand, but you go figure it out. You forgive them because sometimes people just don't know, and you will want to be forgiven when you're doing something you don't understand. A lot of times, and then especially when it comes to the world, a lot of times our brothers and sisters don't understand when it comes to the certain mannerisms and certain things. Like they just don't understand. Like it's disrespectful a lot of times, or it's just not cool or not right. Especially when you're in the truth. I know in here, you probably here. I'm used to just saluting brothers and to the higher ranking, just acting a certain way. But to people in the world, they just disrespectful. I'm just sorry. And then they give you that excuse. That's just how I was raised. That's not a cool excuse. Sometimes change is good. And that's when you come into the I.S.U.P.K, sit your behind down and be quiet.
That's right.
Sometimes you just need to be quiet and listen. I know when I first came in, it was, oh, you gotta be quiet? All right. Well, it was easy for me because I was always locked in, but I know for other brothers, it's kind of hard, as we seen the other day. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 31. Oh, it's like you. And the second is like, namely this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these.
So we gotta get to this neighbor part, because when you come to the Christian church, the neighbor, that means you can anybody does live next to you or sit next to you, right? Where they say neighbor,
Right.
they say what the pastor say. Oh my God, I used to hate when my mom used to neighbor. Nah, they ain't talking like that. It's talking about your brother, man. Because usually when it came to Israel, who were you next to? You were around your brothers, man. Right? Continue on. Read that verse again.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 31. And the second is like, namely this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Right?
There is none other commandment greater than these.
I know we live in a time of selfishness, right? Love your neighbor as thyself. If you love yourself so much, that means you should love your neighbor even more. I love my brother even more, even though he might not have as much as me. Mm-hmm. He might be homeless. Shit. If you need, I give him the shirt off my back.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
So, like, if I may, with a precept, brother, to bring home what that neighbor means. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 18.
Go ahead, bring it out.
It's like 17. It says, "Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Ooh. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him." Verse 18. "Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Most High." Right.
You see how I was talking that possessive, thy neighbor, thy people, not the whole world. This is so funny to me. You in the Bible, it describes people in different nations, but for some reason, when it comes to Christianity, we want to involve everybody together.
That's right.
But the Most High never says, "Oh, everybody on earth." I want all the nations. If the Most High wanted that, you don't think the Most High would have just said it? I want the whole planet to be together. I want all of y'all to intermingle. If that was a thing, why did he drown the Egyptians? Why didn't he just have Israel stay in Egypt?
Salak, if I may.
Go ahead.
What's interesting about what you're bringing out, which is a heavy class, man, this idea of all the nations coming together, this is a very, very old initiative. We can study in the Tower of Babel.
Yep.
and how the nations were of one mind and of one tongue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the Christian church, you know, it supports America. It supports the idea of all the nations coming together. That's why you see an American flag in the church. So they're one and the same. You know, they support one another. You know, which is strong delusion. And our people, we get jammed up because we were called to be separate. We were never supposed to be joined to what the Bible says in Deuteronomy 28:68, our enemies. You know, so Salakia, brother, keep bringing out what you're bringing out.
Nah, that's heavy. He's right. It's been since times of old. Same old game the heathen's been trying to do.
Right.
And you don't notice like a pattern. The Most High tears it down. They try to do it again, tear it down, tear it again. And then you want to keep doing it in the Christian church. You know, I kind of understand my people. Like my people, we just don't read the Bible. You just listen to what an influential person says, and you think you're saying it's right. I blame Esau. I blame our oppressor. I blame him. This is his world right now. This is how he runs it. That's why I get mad when I see a black or Hispanic or Native American say, man, we need to treat the world better. We? I ain't dumping nothing in the rivers. I ain't trying to hunt bears or whatever to extinct. My people ain't doing none of that. Last I remember, Native Americans, they used to respect the nature and all of that. Last I remember, I wasn't the one that drove the buffaloes off the cliff to try to kill people, starve them to death. I wasn't the ones giving them what they used to do, the sickened the blankets, smallpox and all that. I'm not the one that created the damn atomic bomb. I didn't do none of that. My people ain't do none of that. Oh yeah, we created the refrigerator to make life better. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. We created what? All the batteries and stuff, the lights, right, all to make life better. Right. That's what my people did. My people ain't create weapons. What do you say on we? We ain't dumping anything in the water. My people are here to make life better. Right. That's how you know who should be leading on this earth. That's how you know. That's how you know this Bible is real. It describes us, right? Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 28 or 27, verse 1. You know what I'm saying? The Bible describes us. It describes us as a people. This is why YAHANNA says you need to be brother. Man, this is why you need to be brotherly. So he can come back and we can start ruling this planet. You see the small things that we create when we're at the bottom. At the bottom. And how influential you are. I seen how in the Asian nation, they try to dress like our Hispanic brothers and sisters now. The Chicanos and Chico, like, they try. I'm like, hold up, what's that? That's our lay. That's our fit. What they doing wearing that? They over there doing fashion week with it. We've been wearing that since the 80s. Since the Coke era. What are you doing? They talking about, oh, this is the newest high fashion. They trying to charge $2,000 for them, the same Chicano jeans that they was wearing in the 80s. And they trying to do the B-boys, the B-boy thing. They got a whole $1 billion company off of it. And the boy bands. What was the boy band? I can't even remember. Omarion and them, B4, B2K, whatever they was.
Salakia, I gotta do this one. Might get in trouble for it, but nevertheless, what they call it, K-pop.
K-pop.
What's the name of the BTS, BST? One of them.
Oh my God.
It's like a newer version of Immature. Y'all remember Immature? Yeah, that's all it is. Immature with what's Marcus Houston and all them, you know what I'm saying? Romeo. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The other nations, they get rich off us, huh? And then we get blamed for everything that goes wrong in this empire. You understand? Hold on, Salak.
They be biting. They bite off of us so bad and make so much money off of it, we don't even realize it. You got that verse for me, brother?
It's a lie, brother. Yeah, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 1. And Moses, with the elders of Israel, commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day.
Right? This is for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans need to keep these commandments. We just brought out how I said Brotherhood was one of them. Brotherhood was one of them. And this is Moses talking to Israel. Moses talking to Israel, telling you to keep these commandments the same way Yahweh Shah talking about it. Let me get verse 28, chapter 28, verse 1.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments, all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Most High thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
This is prophesying where blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans will need to be. We were just talking about how when the wicked rule the earth, everything is in disarray. The water is, what's the cleaner version? It's bad. It's very, very bad. Like Flint bad still. The animals are becoming extinct. The air is so bad. God.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
You're talking about keeping all the commandments, going back to what 27 and 1, right? You know, what things have we laid hold to that we put value in today, and how have they benefited us? We've had Christianity since we stepped off the slave ship,
right?
And it hasn't progressed us as a nation of people at all within the earth, let alone in America. And it kills me. You know, we start talking about the truth. We start talking about Yahushua being black, the prophets being black. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are one family. It's a bloodline thing. And those of us that are stuck in Christianity are disgusted by that. You know, I said, we got a boot kiss at Camp Sabbath. And my own mama was like, you ain't Jesus. Who are you? You ain't Jesus. Have somebody kissing your boots. And I was disgusted because our people just don't understand, man.
Yeah.
We are devoid of understanding because we have taken hold of things that we haven't kept the law. We threw the law aside. We casted the law aside. And that's the thing that's going to save us, man.
Right.
Is taking hold and actually keeping these laws, statutes, commandments. And the only place where they're being taught is in the Israelite school, universal practical knowledge, brother. Salakia.
That's right. Let me get the rest of that verse, brother.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Most High thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
This right here dispels all of that Christianity and Muslim talk about everybody, all nations coming together. Because he just said above all nations. This right here tells you Black and Hispanic and Native American people are meant, are destined, whatever words you want to use, to be above all the other nations. So there is no equality in the Bible. There is no equality. The Christian church will tell you different. There is no love for all nations in the Bible. Christianity will tell you different. When I say Christianity, I mean all those other heathen religions. Because to me, they all the same. All love for everybody. They don't believe in nothing sensible. Nothing that makes sense. All right, let me get verse 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power.
This right here is going to describe us right now, what we're going through. Go ahead.
to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day,
Go ahead.
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
You mean when I sell dope, I might run the possibility of dying? You mean when I sleep with different women, I run the possibility of dying? Or hating my life? Go ahead.
This the book of Deuteronomy chapter, you want 16?
Kind.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Right? This is cursed shalt thou be in the city. Think about the urban life. Think about the stereotype that, or not the stereotype, the actual life that's happening in the cities today where Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans reside. Majority of us reside. You know, I gotta be more specific nowadays. It's the hood. I know because that's where I come from. So I can speak to the hood. It's very bad, ain't it? Kensington is zombie land. Dope everywhere. Dope is everywhere. Harlem, it used to be a black mecca. What happened? Where y'all at? We not there no more. Right? We used to have Black Wall Street. That was our city. What happened? They burned it down. All these places we go, the city where we live is cursed. You can't make no money in there now. But soon as you move out, your house is worth over $1 million. How that make sense? The house that used to be the crack house is now a $2 million house. You done seen 3 bodies get carried out of there, and now it's a $3 million house. That's how you know you cursed. Esau came in there and raised the prices up. You over here, stop gentrifying. No, you just cursed, bro. Stop doing what you're doing. Stop selling crack. Stop selling dope. Now, I gotta stop saying crack now because we're in a dope era. Heroin, pills, perks, what do they call it? Lean. Stop selling that stuff. Stop doing that stuff. And then you'll see your communities get better. Come into the truth. You'll really see your communities thrive. If you think your community would thrive off of drugs, imagine when you on this thing called the truth. I.S.U.P.K running it. Let me get the rest of that.
Cursed shalt thou, it's like, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Cursed shalt thou be in the field. For all the brothers and sisters thinking they gonna go to the suburbs, go and buy a farm, and think they finna be good. Y'all think y'all finna run away from these curses by going far away from where majority of us stay. Where that Air Force, that veteran, the black veteran that got gunned down by them, I think it was 3 dudes, because he was on the job. Ahmaud Arbery. He wasn't in the city, was he? He was in the field, my guy. You think you safe out there? You think you safe because you're on the outskirts? Them curses gonna follow you wherever you go, Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man. Them Native Americans, they on them reservations. You think they still feel good? Suicide rates high, alcoholism. Our brothers out there are hurting, but you want to go eat that turkey on Thanksgiving. You want to go celebrate that. They downfall. Is that it on that?
Verse 16.
Continue.
That's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 17. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Right? This is saying you won't be able to produce nothing. You won't be able to grow the funds you need to upraise your people right now. We are at the poorest state, but we're the #1 consumer. How that even makes sense? I was talking to a brother, he was from Atlanta. He said, man, black people well, we are worth what? A couple $1 trillion when it comes to spending money, consumer. Then I'm like, why the hell are we so poor then? If we got so much money, why are we so poor? I don't know, bro. Just vote. Just vote. Just vote. Just vote. I'm like, what in the hell is going on with our people? I was like, name a time when voting worked for us. You know what I did? I did this trick. I was like, all right, name a time where black people got together, put their money together, or stopped supporting something, or took their spirit out of America, basically, and got something done. You know what he brought up? He said the bus boycotts, Montgomery bus boycotts. And what happened? We gotta let them blacks sit in the front now. So imagine if we did something better, man. We're not gonna spend money at Target no more, Starbucks, whatever the hell else we buy, J's, Nikes. Esau will have a heart attack. Right. Oh, they don't want to play baseball for us no more? Right. Football, basketball. They started their own league. Oh, we got to do something. We got to give them money. We got to give them more money. Something. We just can't have them leave. And Esau knows this. Why do you think Obama called LeBron when LeBron was talking about, I'm not playing no more games until y'all start treating black people right? Right. Why I think they reached that high up to talk to LeBron? Talk that man out of doing that. Because, you know, LeBron is an influential man. So, you know, if he's the top player in the league right now, and he finna influence the whole league, if he stopped playing basketball, took his spirit out of, I wish he would come into the truth. If he would have took his spirit out of America, and Esau would have, I wish I would come today. I ain't gonna Let me get 28 and 32.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. So lucky. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Right? This is talking about literal slavery. I know everybody thinks that blacks just went through this, but our Native American and Hispanics brothers and sisters went through this too. Right. They was along on them slave ships too. And we need to start pushing that out there. Those brothers and sisters went through the same pain we did. They were the literal start of all of it, actually. Right? They were given into another people. They came over here and took our brothers and sisters and took them back to Europe to go be slaves. That's right. It's not well known. That's honestly, I feel like that's what's separating us, because we don't believe that they went through that too. We need to realize that. Go ahead.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Right. That's the saying you missing your brothers and sisters. Like, damn, they took our brothers and sisters. We can even relate that today. That dope. If you ever had a drug addicted, I want to say sibling or family member, that's them not there no more. That drug took them. You longing for them. Like, man, I wish he would come back. I remember we used to laugh, chop it up all the time. Man, he used to cook the best food. She used to do this and that. That's Esau taking them away with that drug, man. They caught up in the streets. And you longing, you miss your brother, you miss your sister. You're longing for them to come back, right? Read that again.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the day long.
Let me get verse 48.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Most High sent against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Right? You're saying, therefore shall serve thine enemies. Who is that describing right now? What other people on this earth served like that? I know Esau will come up with some crap talking about Irish were in slavery too, and oh my God. You want to be us so bad. You want to just relate to us so bad. You even want to go. You want to go so low as to relate to our struggle. That's them people. Read that from the top.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Most High shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst.
In hunger and in the thirst. That's that welfare where you can't feed your kids. You on welfare. You can't feed nobody in your family. You got to get 3 or 4 jobs to feed your family. Because you out there serving Esau. You got to go sell dope. You ain't got to. They tell you got to go sell dope to feed your family. You got to go swing on the pole to feed your family.
Right.
That's how hungry you are. And you're not gonna. You can't sit here and tell me my people ain't destroyed. Right. We believe OnlyFans is a way to feed our family. We believe rapping about killing each other is feeding our family. Continue on.
Khan says, so like in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
This is talking about slavery when we were in bondage and chains. Right now we're in like I want to say like almost like a mental slavery. We can even go physical if we're gonna talk about the jail rate or the prison rate. Right. How many blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are in there, chained up, locked behind them bars, away from their families, over small things. Right. Charges that don't even belong to them. Them brothers and sisters in there, man, I can't imagine.
Salakia. You know, it's heavy that you're bringing this out. You went into this Blacks and Native Indians or Israel breakdown with regard to brotherhood because we don't value one another.
Right.
If we value one another, we will recognize that each one of us, the Most High Power, blessed us with specific gifts. You got a separate gift than what I have. Officer Zion has a separate gift. Officer Quadam has a separate gift. When we pull our gifts together, we pull our resources together, we're unstoppable. That's right. What can stand in the way of that? What can stand in the way of that? Nothing. So if Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians learn to value one another and recognize that we family, you know, this is a brotherhood. Literally, this is a bloodline. We are a very ancient royal bloodline. If we recognize that, oh man, things could change overnight.
Right.
But until we start to put value in one another and not so much into Esau's money and worshiping capitalism or mammon, you know, that's the way of America. Until we start to realize that there's real value in brotherhood, we're going to continue to be destroyed out here, man.
Right.
You know, this is Tawab. I like the direction in which you're going tonight, brother. You know, keep putting your brick in. You feel me?
You know what's so heavy about what he's brought up? I was talking to a brother. I was like, man, imagine if Cam Newton was on the side of the truth. Instead of worried about throwing the ball for Esau, what if throw a spear? Imagine all them geniuses that we got up in there sending people to the moon, and we got them on our side.
Salakia, I'm with you on the Cam Newtons and them brothers that play sports and stuff, but I want to take I want all of them. Meaning, I want that uncle that can tell you about that story that has everybody looking, you know, paying attention. That tell you the joke at the end of the story. You know the uncle that you know what I'm saying. Give me somebody like OG Percy that be on YouTube that got all the followers. You understand? Give me one of them old game members that know how to organize brothers, but don't do it on the left side. Do it on the right side. You understand? Like athletes gonna be athletes, but give me a brother that understand what it means to be a leader, right. But and let the Most High instill his leadership characteristics inside of that man. You understand? Right. So that gift that he has naturally to be a leader out front, guarding men, leading men. You understand? Protecting women and children. Put him on this side. Right. You understand? I'd never forget Joe Muhammad just like, Y'all probably remember this. It was a brother that he got jammed up. He opened a doctor clinic, and he made like over $3 million or something like that. But he didn't even have a real doctor's license. You understand? And he had real patients coming in on schedule and everything. He's not even a doctor. Huh? Jim Muhammad was like, we need him. You know what I'm saying? We need him. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that'll sell a well of Tic Tac. You know what I mean? We need that. You know what I'm saying? But we need it on this side. That's what this thing is. We inspire brothers and sisters based on how we live and what we say. You understand? We do it in the name of righteousness and the Most High in Christ. You understand?
Right.
That's it, brother. Salak.
Man, get that out of here. Is that it on that, brother?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48 in the end. It says, and they shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Esau will not stop until you are done for. He will not stop hunting you until you are gone. Even though Most High will not allow it. Continue.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 49. The Most High shall bring a nation against thee from far.
This is talking about Esau again. Describe where they come from. They don't come from anywhere near us. Keep going.
From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
Let's take it back a little farther. What's Romans national symbol? Then you talk about what's America's national symbol. You can even go as far as you want to go to Egypt, or wasn't Babylon's the eagle too? The Assyrian, the eagle too? You seeing the common traits of our enemies here? Go on.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
We won't understand. This is not our language. English is not our language. It's something that we don't speak. Our language is Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Continue on.
Verse 50, a nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce countenance. You ever notice how I seen this before when a brother, he got accused of accused of a sexual assault, and then they was talking about a oppressor. He got accused of actually rape, like on video, and the judge gave the oppressor a lighter sentence because they said it would ruin his career for the swim team. But they gave our brother like 20 years. Fierce countenance. Like you ain't even got a chance in the court system. They trying to end your life. Go ahead.
Which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
What was the brother that got shot? The young brother. He was like a kid. He was like 12 or something like that. And he got shot by the police because he was carrying a water gun. It was like Tamir Rice. Person of the young or old. They don't care. They handing out sentences like it's candy. They handing out bullets too. Go ahead.
So, like, if I may, Baba Kishar, you understand? Also, what Peyton Drenjon did to that grandmother. You understand? He murdered that sister, a grandmother, cold-blooded, murdered her. And when he seen his person or his people, he said, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Oh, kind of a guy. You talking about the what's the Buffalo mass shooting? That's right. He went in there and shot old people, didn't he? He shot our older brothers and sisters. He didn't care how old you was. He was out there taking life. He was giving out bullets like it was nothing. That's the nature of Esau. War, man. They love it. They love blood. Killing anything. Is that it for that verse, brother? Let me get 28 and 64.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64. And the Most High shall scatter thee among all people from the one earth, it's like from the one end of the earth, even unto the other.
This is talking about how we will be separated physically, how we will be spread out. upon the earth. Like we got brothers in the UK in the school. We got brothers everywhere. Honestly, we got brothers in Africa too. Don't think I'm saying our brothers are Africans. We just got brothers that are in Africa. We got brothers everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Continue.
From the one end of the earth unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods.
So when I talk to brothers so I got some brothers in the UK. A lot of them believe that they actual Africans, and they serve them African gods for real, like heavy. And then you go into the brothers in the islands like Haiti, Dominican Republic, or like what's the other island? Or Jamaica. They believe in like a lot of that voodooism. Voodoo.
Right.
Like voodoo is a heavy thing in the islands and Caribbeans. That's them serving other gods. And Christianity is us serving other gods in America. So this is what that verse is talking about. Continue on.
There, so like which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Abraham ain't know none of these gods.
Right.
Jacob, they ain't know none of these gods.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what that's talking about right there. Our elders, our people of the old that was back in the day serving the true God. They don't know what the hell we doing right now.
Right.
Who the hell we serving? If they were here today, they'd be like, what in the hell are you talking about? You worship a cross.
Right.
The hell is that? 2 wood put together? Man, that's you going hey yo. You gonna circle the rock 6-7 times and go kiss it? I just saw Muhammad kiss it. That's weird, bro. Hey, hit you with one of them. They don't know none of them guys.
Right.
They don't understand it either. Go ahead, 28 and 60. Let me get 68.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Right? This is describing, I just seen a brother post, I'm not sure who it was, how the Space Force has some Egyptian god. I'm pretty sure it's I forget what the Egyptian god was called with the little skinny beard thingy.
Right.
Some type of pharaoh looking face.
It's the top of a sarcophagus. So
okay, yeah.
Right.
So now that should show you even more that this is the new Egypt.
Right.
They emulate Egypt so well. They got the obelisk, which is a rod. if I may, you know what I'm saying? I learned that at a young age. I was always wondering, what's the Washington Monument? What is that even? Why is it so special? You look up an obelisk. It's supposed to stand for like the sun, basically having intercourse with the earth. Right. So it's a rod.
That's right.
You want to tell me that you believe in America?
Right.
You telling me the sun having sex with the earth? God.
Salakia, you know, that's heavy. They brought that out in the grill, you know, Commander General YAHANNA's Black Watch, as far as the Space Force's new emblem, the symbol, you know. And it's crazy because for you to embrace Egypt means, why do people go to Egypt today?
Right.
It's a goddamn graveyard. So you're celebrating death. And it's inevitable. I mean, Egypt is not a superpower in the world. It's not.
Right.
You can read in the Bible what happened to Egypt. Pharaoh and his army got drowned in the goddamn Red Sea. What do you think is going to happen if you continue to in that tradition of following Egypt or worshiping Egypt?
Right.
There's no life in that. You celebrating death. Salakia.
And you know what's so heavy is, oh, go ahead, brother.
Salakia, if I may, what y'all bring it out so heavy, man. If I may, Bible can show with a precept.
Go ahead.
Most High Christ. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Adawan, or Lord, was crucified. And that's talking about America, man. Just like you said, you know what I'm saying? America is Egypt all over again, because this is the place that we're serving our sentence of bondage. Salaki.
It's heavy that y'all bring that out, because it's like What happened to the Egyptians? They drowned in the Red Sea because the Most High hated them. What happened in Sodom and Gomorrah? He sent the meteorites, fire and brimstone. If you think that happened to those places, what do you think is going to happen to America? America is tearing the goddamn earth up. They are making a mockery of the Most High. What you think he's going to do? You thought all of that happened. This is what I think goes through a Christian mind, or even Esau at the same time, because they just can't comprehend the truth. They read the Bible, oh, this must have happened the next day. They think, oh, because it's not happening now, that it's not true. Like, oh, they said Christ is going to come back and kill people. Oh, it's not true because it ain't happened yet. Sodom and Gomorrah ain't fall the first day it was built up. Egypt ain't fall. The Israelites were suffering for a time. And what happened when the Most High said, all right, it's time. It's time. Go. All right, Moses, tell them to paint, put the blood on the outer edges of the door. They start smoking people, man. He started taking out them firstborns. And then everybody want to be all shook. Like, all right, we got to follow Moses. All right, man, I ain't playing. Let's get out of here. What you think going to happen to America? The same exact thing. All those Christian pastors, well, we almost seen it. We damn near saw it on COVID.
Salakia, I got another comment. Officer Kowal said, Christians want Christ to return, but don't want America to fall.
That's the issue. They don't believe America is Egypt. Again, that's because America's feeding their pockets. America's feeding them, making them fat with wealth. And they believe that that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? If we got enough time, let me get all right, that's time. All right. Salakia. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class off to Priest and Officer Kodam to give off the announcements.
To wild class. Most on Kirk. Salakia, if I may, let's give my brother another hand, man. Most on Christ. All right, we are the I.S.U.P.K operating under Commandant General YAHANNA. Started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21. Malachi 3:8-10 means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upholy convocations is the memorial blowing of trumpets, which is the first day of the 7th month, Sunday, sundown, September the 25th, and you can find it in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, the 24th verse through the 25th verse. And we will be having it here in Fayetteville, man. Right. You understand? It says, remind all brothers and sisters to check the bulletin boards. You have bulletin boards of events that's coming up. You understand? We got cookouts and all these things that's drawing and bringing brothers together and sisters together, man. It says, if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, meaning boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, we're going to imagine. We're going to render one courtesy salute unto the teacher, man. Men of Israel, Amar Shabbat, imagine. Barak, Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shah, Barakatah. Yahya Matah, Sar, face the sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute unto the sisters. Men of Israel, Amar Shabbat, imagine. Barak, Yahweh Shema, Latah, Shem Yahweh Shah, YAHANNA, class dismissed. Right, it made me think about what my damn topic is this week. Most High is the second.
So lost, yeah. So lost, we so lost, we so lost, so lost, we so lost, we so lost, we so lost, yeah. So lost, we 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 so lost. You see the problems that I'm going through, but you don't help me. Only thing you wanna do is hurt me. I see my partners going through the same shit, but even at their worst, they still hood rich. Nigga, who you think you lying to? Matter of fact, who you think you flying to? If you came back to the Lord, then maybe you'll see the bullshit we deal with. It ain't really us, cause all we see is struggle. All we know is hustle, that bullshit. And we came up from the mud, but one day we gon' be running shit. We struggle every day, we struggle every night, cause we ain't seeking answers to it. We so lost, we so lost, we so lost. We so lost, we so lost, we so lost. I know that we gon' wake up stronger by what's written. We suffer every day, cause we don't know it's written. The struggles that we live today, they may just be tomorrow. So I'll just live today, cause I don't know tomorrow. I'm waking up, I'm getting stronger and 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 making me hunger and hunger and hunger and hunger. I see my body building up, and my wounds started healing up. Is it enough for me to make it through tomorrow? I hope, nah, fuck that. I'm living by what I say and what I do. I am who I am, and I don't really give a damn if you feel me or not. I know that I'm hot, I'm balling and I'm shaking the pot. I'm building the block. If your ass out of line, I'm swinging this shit around the block. Day and night, we gon' be alright. I see you waking up, I see you shaking off that dust that's on your bones that came along with the struggle. No pot to piss in, so we hustle. But we so lost, we so lost, we so lost, we so lost, we so lost. We so lost, we gon' wake up one day.